Hello, Renil, unmute yourself. Are you able to see the screen?
Sir.
Screen ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? Hello, Renil, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, sir.
Last class we discussed about the Taylor's principle, which is used for manufacturing of gauges. That is, the Taylor principle says that whether it is plug gauge, ring gauge, snap gauge, or compound limit gauge, or any gauge, so that gauge must check one element at a time. One element at a time. That is nothing but that. Suppose if it is a hole, the ovality of the hole, circularity of the hole, straightness of the hole, the one element of the hole can be checked by the plug gauge. In the same way, ring gauge that can check the ovality of the shaft or the straightness of the shaft and the other element. Only one element at a time. And go should check the lower limit and no go should check the no go limit. That is nothing but the component can be accepted or rejected. Component can be accepted or rejected. Only two criteria. One is accept, other one is reject. This is very, very important. Examination point of view, almost all the question paper, you have a question, explain briefly with neat sketch the Taylor's principle for manufacturing of gauges. Or you may have the question like this, explain briefly Taylor's principle for gauge design. For gauge design. Next, come to the point, the second portion of module 2, comparators. Comparators. That is nothing but comparator is also a measuring instrument, but the name comparator says that only comparison. You fix the upper limit, lower limit, or go dimension or no go dimension in the comparator so that it can check the dimension and compare with the standard one. Compare with the standard one. All of you observe here. Here you have two diagrams. One is diagram A and the other one is diagram B. See, I have set the gauge 0 using standard. All of you observe here. This is the standard H1. Standard H1. Next, keep the workpiece below the plunger of the comparator. We place the workpiece. If the dial within the upper limit and the lower limit, then accept the workpiece. That is the principle of comparator. Only comparison. That is nothing but only comparison. Here you are using comparison of comparison of dimension. That is the comparison of standard dimension with the workpiece. Whether to accept or reject. See, all of you observe here. The principle of operation of the comparator is to compare the dimension with the standard, then accept the workpiece if it is in the within the limits, upper limit and the lower limit, or within the go limit and no go limit, then you accept the component. That is, accept the component. Only two criteria, whether to accept or reject. Next, come to the point, the characteristics of comparators. So what are the things you expect in the comparator? First one, the instrument must be robust in design and construction, withstand the effects of ordinary usage without impairing measuring accuracy. This sentence meaning that, say, in machine shop or workshop, there you have lot of dust, dirt, and uh, other what we can say other items. So due to those things, there may be a chances of damaging the comparators. So even though if there will be some problem of comparison, it must give the correct answer. It must give correct answer. Next, come to the point. Second characteristics. That's the requirement. The instrument must be free from backlash, wear effects, inertia should be minimum. Say this meaning of this sentence is the instrument. See, suppose if you use the instrument for 5 years or 10 years or 15 years, the mechanism used in the instrument and the gears used in the instrument should not hamper or should not give wrong reading. It should be accurate and precise one. Next, come to the point, the provision for maximum compensation to the temperature effect. Say, in nowadays, the problem is that we will all call it as a room temperature. What is the room temperature? Room temperature is around 25 to 30 degrees centigrade. Suppose in the summer, it may reach 39, 40 degrees Celsius, centigrade. Or suppose if you use the instrument in Arab countries or in some of the countries where temperature is sub-zero, that is less than 0 degree, or sometimes the temperature is more than 45 degrees centigrade. Due to thermal expansion, due to thermal contraction, the instrument should not give wrong reading. It should be accurate one with the temperature effect. If there will be high temperature or low temperature, the instrument should give correct reading or correct accurate answers. Next, come to the point, fourth one. The scale must be linear and must have straight line characteristics. Say you are comparing the dimension of the component with the standard one. Suppose you require main scale division. Well, first you have to calculate the least count. You have to see the main scale division, then see the vernier scale division and coinciding vernier scale division multiplied by least count. All those things will take more time for comparison. So for that reason, the scale used in the comparator should be direct. No need to translate or adding the main scale division or subtracting main scale division. Those things must be very, very minimum. Then fifth one, the instrument must be versatile. That is, design must be such that it can be used for a wide range of measurements. Say you have a micrometer in the machine shop. Use it using for measuring the diameter. Can you use it for measuring the thickness of the sheet? Yes, possible. So same way, the same instrument can be utilized for measuring other components also. Next, come to the point, the measuring pressure should be low and constant. Say the pressure of the instrument should not endanger or harm the operator. The pressure should be low and constant. The indicator, pointer or liquid column, etc. should free from oscillations. Say you might have seen in the thermometer where you are using mercury as the liquid for measuring purpose, that liquid may oscillate up and down, or sometimes in some measurement the dial indicator oscillates. There should not be such a type of oscillation should present in the instrument. So that is very, very important. Next, come to the point, the Classification of comparators. Please, all of you, write down the question. Write down the question. I told you earlier, please keep a 200 pages king size notebook along with the mobile or laptop. Please write down the question. What is comparator? What is comparator? Put a question mark. Put a question mark. Continue the question. List the characteristics or list the characteristics or requirements of comparator. Requirements of comparator. Say all of you observe here you have 7 requirements or characteristics. You must write minimum 5 in the examination. The first portion of the question, what is comparator? Put a question mark. Continue the question. List the characteristics or requirements of comparators. Next, come to the point. The classification of comparators. This is very, very important for mechanical engineers. You may have this question in the interview in any manufacturing industry. How do you classify the comparators? See, the comparators are classified. Comparators are classified into 6 types. One is a mechanical comparator. See, the name itself indicates mechanical. It works on gears, pinion, linkage, levers, spring, etc. Here, there is no electrical or electronic items are present. Only mechanical equipment or only mechanical items. For example, gears, rack and pinion arrangement, linkages, levers, spring, etc. The next come to the point, pneumatic comparator. What is the meaning of pneumatic? All of you mechanical engineers, what is the meaning of pneumatic? Pneumatic means the air pressure used for system. Pneumatic system means air, compressed air. The name indicates pneumatic, compressed air used for comparison of dimension with the standard. Here, the pressure may be 500 kg per millimeter square to 40,000 kg per millimeter square. Imagine 40,000 kg per millimeter square. For example, all of you seen JCB. All of you seen the JCB used for earth excavation and other purpose. And also you might have seen crane. So in crane, they are using cable for lifting the item, but the movement of the arm is controlled by telescopic shaft, where you require pneumatic as well as hydraulic cylinders. Next, come to the point, optical comparator. Optical, the name itself, light and lens. Light and lens and mirror system used in comparator. Next, come to the point, electrical comparator. So here, the electrical comparator can be used. Here you have the capacitors and you have electrical circuit like that. And very good example for electrical comparator is LVDT, linear variable differential transformer. You have experiment in the metrology lab as well as in the theory. You have electrical comparator, LVDT, linear variable differential transformer. Next, come to the point, electronic comparator. See, electronic comparator using the digital signal, amplifiers, rectifiers, those things are used as the electronic comparator. The last one, combined comparator. Here, a combination of the above two. There may be pneumatic mechanical, optomechanical, mechanical electrical, or electronic mechanical, or any two types of comparators are combined for the comparison of measurement. So this is the classification of comparator. So remember, the comparators are classified into 6. Remember, all of you, this is very, very important in the lifetime. Remember the classification of comparator. Comparators are classified into mechanical, pneumatic, optical, electrical, electronic, and combined comparator. And already we discussed good comparator, the characteristics of good comparators. Here you have 13 characteristics. So you can write any 5 or 8 in the examination for 5 marks. So you already have the question, that is, list the characteristics or requirements of the comparator. So here also you have 13 characteristics, write a minimum 8. Minimum 8 in the examination. Next, come to the point. Very, very important. All of you, please write down mechanical comparator. Write down the title, mechanical comparator. Say, end of this class, I will call the names of the students who are in the class. Only for them, I mark the attendance. All of you, please enter your name and USN. And the end of this class, I will call the names and you have to answer. Mechanical comparator is classified into 4 types. Dial indicator. So already you have seen the dial indicator. You have experiment using dial indicator, that is taper measurement and angle measurement. You have to use dial indicator. Say, in the dial indicator, you have a plunger. If you touch the plunger of the dial indicator with your bare finger, press it upward direction, the dial turns 1,000 times. In some cases, dial turns 10,000 times. So this type of dial indicators are available. So dial indicator is very, very important for comparators in mechanical engineering, particularly in metrology. The application of dial indicator is very, very high, because everywhere in basic material testing lab as well as in the metrology lab, you are using dial indicator for the measurement of taper, angle, and other components. Next, come to the point. The mechanical comparator is again classified into 4 types. In that second one, Johansson microcator. Johansson microcator. This is also mechanical comparator. Here, this particular comparator used for surface roughness of the surface plate. You might have seen the surface plate in the machine shop or in the workshop. The surface plate is very much essential for marking of the component. The machining of the surface plate, the measurement of surface roughness is very important. For that, Johansson microcator is used for measurement of surface roughness. Next, come to the point, sigma comparator. Say, sigma comparator is one comparator where the same way you can measure the surface roughness of the comparator using sigma comparator. Next, mechanical optical comparator. Here also, say mechanical means here you have rack and pinion, gear, spring, worm gear, and optical. Light, lens, mirror are used in the comparator. For that reason, this is called mechanical optical comparator. Once again, remember, mechanical comparators are classified into 4 categories. First one, dial indicator. Second one, Johansson microcator, sigma comparators, mechanical optical comparator. Mechanical comparators are classified into 4. One, dial indicator, Johansson microcator. Third one, sigma comparator. Fourth one, mechanical optical comparator. Next, come to the point. Very important for mechanical engineers. Dial indicator. Dial indicator. All of you, please write down rough diagram of this dial indicator. First, what all the items or parts present in the dial indicator? First, dial, the name itself indicates the dial. See, all of you observe here, this is the dial. On that only the dimension or numbers are engraved on that. See, all of you observe here, 10 to 120. 10 to 120. This is the pointer. For 1000 times movement of the pointer, here one more dial indicator is there. The scale is there, circular scale. This needle or pointer moves 1 division. For 1000 rotation of the pointer, here in the small dial, the pointer moves 1 division in one type of dial indicator. Then sum of the dial indicator, 10,000 rotation of the pointer. This small pointer moves 1 division. 1 division. Say the amplification. This is very important. The amplification in dial indicator. See, all of you observe here. Here there is a cap. This is pointer. Small pointer, big pointer. This is the plunger, and this is the spindle where you can fix this spindle to the magnetic stand or any fixture. Observe here, you have a plunger. If you touch this plunger in upward direction or press it to upward direction, you can observe the 1000 or more than 1000 times rotation of the pointer.
Yes, sir.
Huh. Pointer. Say, and inside the dial indicator, here you have vertical shaft which is connected to rack and pinion, and this plunger moves in the upward direction, which gives the deflection to the pointer 1000 to 10,000 times. 1000 to 10,000 times. And this is the work. Then compare the dimension of the workpiece with the standard. For this purpose, what you have to do, set the upper limit and lower limit, that is the rotation of the pointer, that may be 100 times or 100 times or 200 times. Then keep the workpiece or job below the plunger. See the movement of the pointer. If the pointer within the upper limit and lower limit, then accept the job. This is principle of operation of dial indicator. Dial indicator. The dial indicator is widely used in metrology lab, basic metal testing lab, and some of the laboratories where you require the components in microns. In microns. Now, you define the micron. Micron is nothing but, all of you remember in your lifetime, if you divide 1 millimeter by 1000 times, you will get 1 micron. Remember, all of you please write down 1 millimeter. First you write down 1 micron equal to, first write down 1 micron equal to 1 millimeter divided by 1000. Divided by 1000. Imagine if you divide 1 millimeter by 1000 times, you will get 1 micron. So if the pointer rotates 1000 times, that is nothing but 1 micron or 100 micron. How you have set the dial indicator for the measurement. If the dial rotates 1000 times, that is equal to 1 micron. If it is a particular type of dial indicator. Sometimes 10,000 rotation of the dial, that is equal to 1 micron. So like that, you have to conduct the experiment in the metrology lab. So this is the principle of operation. All of you, please write down the question, mark it very, very important. Explain briefly. First portion of the question, what is mechanical comparator? What is mechanical comparator? Put a question mark. Explain briefly. Explain briefly. Explain briefly with neat sketch. Explain briefly with neat sketch the dial indicator. Explain briefly with neat sketch dial indicator. Put a question mark. List the applications. List the applications. You can expect this question in the examination. This is very, very important. Now, stop at this stage. I will continue in the next class. And unmute yourself and tell me the Attendance. Unmute. Prithvi M.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Vinayak N. Register number 49.
Sir.
Who is that? Write your name in the chat box. Only register number is appearing. Session is appearing. Pritam D. Pritam D.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ritik M.
Yes, sir.
Shashank HS. Vedavyas. Vedavyas.
Friends, sir.
Yashwan.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Gavish. 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 Karthik BG. Pawan H.
Present, sir.
Prajwal.
Present.
Pratik.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Renil.
Yes, sir.
Renil. Siddharth.
Yes, sir.
Vedashri Gowda.
Yes, sir.
Yashwant.
Yes, sir.
Yashwant. Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
stop at this stage. I will Hello. Karthik BG. Okay. I stop at this stage and I will continue in the next class.